Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Marvel Buddies podcast. What is up, addicts?
What's going on? It's been quite the minute.
It's been a minute since we've done a character, and since we've actually done a Marvel Buddies episode. There's been a lot of reasons for that, and I did want to mention it. Editor Snoopy was out, so yeah, no thumbnails, so I had to make do, as you see on the YouTubes, with the Marvel Buddies plays Marvel Champions. Thumbs up. And yeah, that's it's been that. But I did bring you part two of Galactus, and this is gonna be an interesting one because it's a Doctor Strange episode. Um, pretty much what happens is in this comic run, Doctor Strange is fighting a guy named Zolaz, and they did a spell, and one of those spells managed to move Galactus to a different dimension, and the planets that Galactus fed on were like poisonous. It's like he ate a bad burrito, and now he's got the runs kind of situation. So that's what we're gonna be talking about on Marvel Buddies. Um,
We're gonna be talking about Galactus goes to Taco Bell.
Galactus goes to Taco Bell. Um, yeah.
Fantastic.
So it starts with Galactus eating his chicken chalupa or whatever. And Doctor Strange is like, whoa, 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 buddy, this chicken chalupa's got way too much spice for you. And he's like, was it you that?
Must conserve art.
Well, he's like, was it you that sent me to this place? It's like, technically yes, but not really. He's like, another did this, fool, and you and me are in a precarious position. He's like, Galactus, being Galactus is just like, Galactus hungers. The pitiful morsels in this prison will not sustain me. He's like, no, but they'll poison you, and you have to stay here until I can get you back home. And Galactus is like, no, I'm hungry, and you don't understand. I smell food. so, so the Doctor Strange is like, no, no, you can't eat those places. And Galactus is like, he's like, you have no idea what you're stepping into. You know, for the good of all creation, I can't allow you to roam the dimensions freely. He's like, leave me away. And Doctor Strange, unable to protect against this giant beast, is blown away. And Galactus is stopped by this guy, this bull-looking dude named Misan Ha-Garath, who's
An even
an
bigger
even
person.
bigger person. He's bigger than Galactus, and he's a demon um from the dark dimension, from Dormammu's domain, and he tries to fight Galactus, and he blasts Galactus. Look at that, he hits him really hard. Yeah, Doctor Strange is like, if I get lucky, this guy could manage to slow down Galactus for a little bit, and he's like, what's going on? And Galactus is like, you've erred. You have given me a taste of the vast energy that lies inside of you. And Galactus starts to drain his energy. It's like, I will have it all. Starts consuming this dude. And he's like, Doctor Strange talks about how this Gorath guy could hold his own against gods like the Living Tribunal. And Galactus is eating him, sucking him off hard, bro. All his energy drained. And yeah, he turns him into this little thing. Now he's like a little dude. And Doctor Strange is like, I don't have a fifth of this guy's power, so I can definitely not take on Galactus, who's eaten his power. And Doctor Strange comes up, just trying to talk to him. He's like, we gotta chill out. Can't be doing this. And he goes to try and consume a specific planet, and Doctor Strange is like, I gotta stop him before he drains this planet, pretty much. And all the people, look at all these people just looking at Galactus about to eat their planet. Like, no, please, God, don't do it. I put this picture twice, MB. And and Doctor Strange uses a spell, the snare of the Baltic, to hold on to him. And this is what it looks like. Just gets hold. And he's like, for the last time, I'm trying to save you I'm trying to save us all, you included. This is there's a nearby realm that was wiped, and there's nothing there to poison you, and no lives to claim. Um, yep. And Galactus, being Galactus, is like, I'm hungry. I'm not going to wait for you to tell me what to eat. And
I'm just gonna go eat.
I goofed up this morning, bro. Or last night. I posted this twice. And yeah, he's like trying to free himself, and boom. And Doctor Strange can't maintain focus, and boom. And yep, and then he, tries to get it back, but it's no matter. For the first time since we've engaged, I catch a breath, and he teleported him. It worked. He teleported him to a different dimension, and he's like, "What's going on?" And it's Clea that shows up. Now, this is a new character. I know a lot of people don't know who Clea is. Archer does, because he's
Who
playing.
is that?
I'm getting there. Uh, Clea is Doctor Strange's ex-wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was one of his former students turned lover, and now they got married, they broke up, but they very much care for each other. Steven just didn't want to put her in harm's way since she was like a student, not as skilled as the Sorcerer Supreme, and so he's like, "Oh, Clea, that assist was you." He's like, "I'm your ex-wife, not your ex-friend. I saw you were in trouble." Um, he's like, "I have to contain Galactus. Can you help me?" And she's like, "Steven, you could not have picked a more precarious time to visit." And he's like, I'm trying to change by wearing more jewelry, and it's because he has like an extra bit of armor on him. And she's basically like, we can't talk. You gotta rest because you just wasted a bunch of energy fighting Galactus. And he's like, it's like, nah, I can't be doing that. And then he's like, you're right. I gotta rest. I'm weary. She knocks out, and then he wakes up half naked in his bed with Clea, and he gets dressed. Clea's like, all right, we gotta get some dudes, gotta get some aides, people from, he's like, I have some allies, they can help, but we might end up regretting getting their allies. He's like, it's not, I'm not talking about our enemies. Like, it's not like Dormammu or Nightmare are gonna cooperate, but who will cooperate with them? And it's her. You'll be surprised who this is. This is another new character that I've yet to mention. Umar, Queen of the Dark Dimension, sister of Dormammu and her army.
I've come to bargain.
I've come to bargain. Yep. And yeah, she gives her. They hate each other. Everyone hates each other here, but except for Steven and Clea. But I guess everyone hates Umar and Umar hates them. But she's like, yeah, I got my army, and I'll be willing to help. And basically, he's like, you'll amass your coalition and try and grow our numbers, strengthen numbers, but I have to try something. And Cleo's like, I'll come with you, and he's like, ordinarily I'd talk you out of it, but I wouldn't be able to survive this. And so they leave, and they confront Galactus. He's basically Galactus is like throwing a hissy fit here because he's like, I can't eat.
I'm hungry.
Yep, exactly. Angry baby can't eat food.
I need Taco Bell.
Nom nom. And Steven is like, I have an alternate diagnosis. You're becoming addicted to the magical nutrients that's in your body, and you got to start consuming more scientific stuff. Not magical things, but scientific things. I'm gonna move my camera a little bit. Sorry. Um. And yeah, sorry, it was like bugging me. It was like tilted that way or that way for you guys. And Doctor Strange is like, all right, speak sustenance now, and he's like, I'll give you a deal. I will find a way to remove your appetite, and in return, I, you be hungry for a little bit, and in return, I promise to find you a planet suitable of feeding. And Clea, it's like, I will serve as the Herald of Galactus. Yeah, Doctor Strange, Herald of Galactus. And
All
Clea's,
right.
yeah, I never thought you'd see that, did you? And Clea's like, okay, Steven, you can't be doing this. And he's like, Galactus is like, all right, this time is not kind to me in this juncture. What guarantee will I have you'll honor the arrangement? And he's like, you gotta trust, Galactus. You have the advantage that I never, you have an advantage that I never will. The trust of Umar and her peers, that's our one fallback. And Galactus accepts. Right? Long story short, Steven is Galactus's herald, and he's got to find some planet that Galactus can feed on. And he goes, he's like, all right, I will alert you once I find a good planet for him to feed on. And pretty much Galactus is like, as for you, Clea, you You speak of forming a mystical union of defense, but you waste your efforts because no one could ever challenge me. And then here's that giant beast thing going back to Dormammu, the big thing that Galactus sucked his energy out of, you know? Yep, going crawling back to Dormammu, and he's like Lord Dormammu, and he's like, so what's this rat doing in my hood? And he's like, a being from the dominion of science. And he's like, I was but his first victim. Give me some, he's like, heal me, I beg of you, heal me. And Dormammu's like, ah, if only I could, but you've witnessed me in action, and in this case, your entire kingdom is the prize, right? Basically, he blows him up, because he's not gonna give him some energy.
Well, he did heal him in a way.
And yeah, he healed him from life, and pulled a Jeff Goldblum. And here's Doctor
That
Strange.
pulled a Vegeta.
Yeah, pretty much. Here's Doctor Strange and all the aliens that he encounters, plants and British people. Sorry, Snoopy. The weird teeth thing. Anyway, um, he's trying to find like planets, and every time he finds a planet, there's some sentient life on it. And I did I put that twice? I did. No, I didn't. And he's like, forgive me, I was just exploring. And he's like, please, I'm only trying to do the least harm. And he's like, you could leave my planet now. And Doctor Strange is just having the hardest of times trying to find a planet for Galactus. Like, everything is filled with life. And finally, he comes across this guy. His name's Yaklan. And Yaklan's like, I know of a suitable planet for you to give to Galactus because there's nothing there, and it'll quench his hunger. And this guy takes him through this maze of life, and he finds this giant sun-looking thing, and it's like, there, the fire you seek burns within. He's like, he is true to his word, barren, the planet, nothing left, nothing, although it has dark energy to it. And so, you know, Doctor Strange is like, yeah, here's Clea and Galactus, and Doctor Strange is pretty much like, I found, planet. Clea and Doctor Strange or Clea and Galactus were talking. It's like, I'm hungry, and she's like, I understand, but you gotta wait for Steven. Right now even Umar is getting her coalition, and her coalition is Nightmares in Nightmare's realm. All of Nightmare's unique uh nightmares, I guess. I don't know. Like all the beings from Nightmare here's Nightmare. Another character we've yet to mention. I mean, we mentioned him on my Doctor Strange episode, but that was like episode 2. Anyway, here's Umar talking about how they're foolish not to ally themselves because the World Eater will eat all of us. And he's like, again, your concern, not mine. For all I know, the terrors he creates will fortify my domain, right? Like, he believes that like Galactus will cause more, like, help him out because he'll have more nightmares. Um, and basically he's like, perhaps I'll see you both in your dreams. And he leaves, kicks her out, and Umar's out of allies. She needs to get some. And Doctor Strange comes back. He's like, I found the fixing for you. It's pretty far away. And they lead him through all these weird people trying to fight Galactus because they think their planet's gonna get consumed. And finally, eventually, Doctor Strange is like, I've found the planet for you. I'm trying to skip to it. A bunch of other people trying to fight because they all think that Galactus is gonna eat their planet. And here's one of
Oh
the
no,
oh
that big
no,
guy's gonna eat my planet.
it's
Oh
pretty much. Here's one of Umar's like allies or whatever. They're trying to fend off all the like people attacking Galactus. Also, Galactus is kind of like, since he is a major energy being, like they're probably trying to feed off of Galactus as well. But she's talking about, like, here's Umar talking about how like if they don't like join us, Galactus is, we have to ask. We must, for the last time, we must act. And all these people that are trying to join with Umar, like, I can't help you. I don't see how I can help you. See, your plans will taste failure. I'm touched. I don't know. I just thought that was pretty cool. I hear that sounds like deceit because no one trusts Umar because she's the sister of Dormammu, so that's why no one wants to help her out. And Dormammu's been watching her the whole time, gather an army to fight Galactus, or at least hold him back in case things go wrong. And Dormammu's like, this is nothing that I can't turn towards my advantage. You had the right notion forging a partner with one of our Ken. will the key to victory be against Galactus? And here's Galactus. He's like, ah, you have done well, Stephen Strange. Quite well indeed. And then he starts consuming the planet. But Galactus over here realizes that there's something wrong. He's in pain, and it ain't going so well. So much so that it's almost certainly sensed on other planets. Here's Bats the ghost dog, Doctor Strange's ghost pet. He's a very good boy. And Zelma, another one of Doctor Strange's students. Like, yep, something's going on with Steven. The Watchers, here they are, all of them. Planet T37X, and he's like, Galactus is suffering as one of the abstracts who embody all sentience. His destiny is tied to all life, and they're like, it's like, it may well be the last event we ever witness, because we're probably all gonna die here, because if Galactus dies, like,
Well, I
he
just
can't do
dies,
it.
we all
Yeah,
die.
yeah, Galactus dies, all of the universe dies, pretty much. Um, and what's her face? I already forgot her. Zelma. Forgot. Zelma's worried, and he's like, I don't know where to help. It's all right. They don't help. Anyway, here's Galactus consuming more, and Doctor Strange is like, whoa, 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 this is some new, this is some like extra Chipotle secret stuff here, bro. You gotta like ease it on the sauce, big dog. And Galactus is like, I eat at my own pace. Ah, and Steven's like, I don't know what's going on, but we have to go. And she's like, stop protecting me. And he's like, you know, the universe, it may be, you getting our allies may be the only salvation to our universe. And here's Galactus. He starts changing, metamorphosizing, and the second he starts, he's like, he senses that like Galactus is burning basically, with the flames of the Faltine. He already knows that the villain who set this trap is Dormammu. Right, and here's Galactus imbued with the powers of Dormammu. Right, he's like, I've transformed. I've become one with the mystic realms, the ultimate symbiosis of technology and magic, a state granted to me by my new herald Dormammu. And he believes that Dormammu is now his new herald, his new you know, herald. But what he doesn't know is that Dormammu wanted control of Galactus, right? And he's like, this is unfathomable. This is unquestionably Dormammu's doing. Um, in all the universes, only one being is that masterful at manipulation, because it couldn't all be Dormammu's work. Only someone had to have manipulated this to happen. And Alex, you want to guess who manipulated it? We have
The whole thing, or
yeah, well, I mean, Dormammu becoming giving his power to Galactus. It is a character we've spoken about. A very deceitful character.
Mephisto.
Mephisto. Let's go, bro. Here it is. He's like, you've come to me looking for aid. You must be desperate, right? And he's like, your brother and I already have a pact. He's like, basically, now that they're in the hell, what is hell? Umar and Clea, who comes for him. He's like, disaster is a subjective term, and he captures her in in like a cage made of like hellfire. Anyway, um, and he's like, every kingdom to which he lays waste supplements Dormammu's ever expanding power, while every being who perishes at his hand provides another soul for my kingdom. Basically, they made a deal. Dormammu gets control of Galactus. Galactus kills people. Those dead people go to Mephisto, and Mephisto grows in power. Everybody wins except for people that die, unfortunately. And Doctor Strange is trying to calm Galactus down with stuff. He's like, Galactus, Dormammu will never serve you. He only answers for himself. He's stabilized you by turning him into your pawn. And he's like, if this is magic, I embrace it. It gives me substance. And it's like, it sharpens my perception. You know, all of them helpless before me. Like, sorcerer, you are but human. What I have become, you cannot begin to comprehend or contain. And then he begins to immediately zap him away, and there he goes, gone. Meanwhile, Dormammu or or what the fuck is his name? Mephisto's like,
Rip Doctor Strange.
R.I.P. Doctor Strange, and then here's Mephisto like, and with that last piece that falls into place, they basically they've won. but Doctor Strange isn't really dead. He's being sent to Yclan here. He's like, oh, he's like, amazing, you yet live, and he's like, Yclan, you let me here. He's like, at my master's behest, you were a fool to believe you would be forgiven for the suffering you have brought to the realms, Doctor Strange. And Yclan worked for Dormammu the whole time. He's like, your eternal failing doctor. Thanks to you, I now hold sway over the most destructive force since the dawn of time. Come with me, so see what becomes of a universe at my command. And here he is with you know, Galactus, and he's like, damages at the eye of the beholder. Now that I have Galactus under my control, I can go anywhere and do anything. Do you know what remains wherever he tears a realm apart? A door, basically. And here's Mephisto talking about how, like, he's been playing the puppet master for the course of eons. Every soul is different, therefore, none of them are the same. And the sweetest of them come about as I deal with the arrogance to believe they're manipulating me, but I'm manipulating them into giving me souls. And yeah, this is his plan to destroy everything. He's like, I claim no such limitation. He's like, that's your plan. What a relief. You're never easier to defeat than when your ambition outstrips your ability. He's like, spoken with someone with no power at all. You fear chaos. You've always have. Pretty much like some like shit talking between the two of them. He's like, but the consequences are already being felt in places you've known. Here's scrolls like getting wiped, and here's Reed. Tony, are you getting the same readings? They're nothing I've ever seen. He's like, same here. Science is being rewritten, and pretty much because Galactus, who is technically a being of science from our realm, has consumed stuff from the magical realm of Dormammu. Magic and science, the like thin line that divides the two, are being blended, and Dormammu
Mhm.
decides now is the time to appear to Galactus and command him to consume planets. So he's like, I am the dead Dormammu, new master of your destiny. Under my command, you shall. And he's like, Galactus is no servant. And immediately is like attacking him. And he's like, as I hoped, still Dormammu holds some home field advantage. Yet he's not done. He's like, I'm more powerful. I'm more than powerful enough to humble you. And as Mephisto promised, you will obey me. And Galactus just ain't having this shit, bro. He just blasts him away. And it's like Doctor Strange immediately figures out that Mephisto's behind this, and he's like, "You caught me unaware. Is this your last warning? Stand down!" And immediately freaking gone, bro. Like, remember, Dormammu, you did not foist your magic upon me. I absorbed it. Now all that is required for me is to master it. It is to consume you, and that's what he does. Galactus consumes Dormammu, and he's gone. R.I.P.
Galactus arm move.
Galactus Amu. And with that, the little bubble that was trapping Doctor Strange breaks, and this guy's like, "Oh, my Overlord, is he not yet victorious? I am ready to serve him in his new role." And he's like, "Nope, Dormammu is gone. He is dead." And he's like, "No, you have to save him." And Doctor Strange is pretty much like, he's like, "No, if I promise to help you, will you return my master?" He's like, pretty much when Doctor Strange has nothing else left to do, he has to steal and cheat. And he's like, "Yclan, I I swear I will help you return Dormammu, even though he doesn't want to." And, you know, pretty much he uses Yclan's power to transport himself to Mephisto to try and take back Clea and Ulan or Umar. And he does. He's like, I want you to release them. He's like, you have any room to demand anything. You have nothing to trade with me. And he's like, or the power to beat me, to give them up. So he's like the magic is hemorrhaging the domain between science and magic. He's like, you think your kingdom is immune, and he realizes it's not. And he's like, of course it is. Nonetheless, if you truly wish for me to release the hostages, what would you give me in return? He's like, as long as it doesn't result in the loss of life, I will grant you one deed. Any one deed you want from me, I will do it for you, Mephisto. And he's like, all right, that's fine. One task that Doctor Strange has to do for me, and he gets rid of Clea and Umar, and Steven's like, you I don't know why I put the two pictures in, bro. I'm goofing up here. Anyway, um, pretty much he's like, as well as I do that Steven wouldn't have bargained anything, um, would have bargained without everything at stake, including your realm. How can you see that we have to act together? And he's like, I am Mephisto. My kingdom is absolute. No one, I won't work with anybody. Be gone. And they get put into like this crossroads, pretty much, and they're like, we gotta, I gotta go get to Dormammu, Galactamu, and Clea has to get her army. Pretty much, they all split up, and Clea starts to get worried. She's like, "You've dealt with the devil. It's not a good thing because he's gonna want something dangerous in return, and like something that you'll regret." And he's like, "Yeah, that's a tomorrow problem. Right now, we gotta stop Galactus. Grab whoever you can recruit, and meet me back at Galactus." And pretty much, Galactus is pretty much obliterating everything. Here are the what are they called? They're called like the mindless ones from the dark dimension. Everything on Earth is messing up. Like this soldier guy is like shooting fairies or whatever. And Galactus is reaching evolutionary peak as he consumes literally everything. And Clea returns back to try and get Nightmare back in his hand. He's like, and as I did with whatever, I offer my aid unconditionally. Pretty much, he's gonna help. Due to like what after what became of Dormammu, helping you is probably like the right cause. You know, scour the realms, bring anyone who knows anything of a coin trick to help us. We need your help. And you know, Nightmare questions like, what does like Steven mean to you, pretty much? And she starts like falling back in love, I guess, with him. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much Clea's role. Meanwhile, Doctor Strange tries to bargain with what's her face, the Living Tribunal and Eternity, like telling them like we need your help to maintain balance. And he's like, technically balance is maintained. It doesn't really matter if Galactus, because it's like this isn't a life or death situation or an eternity situation where you wipe out everything. Like Galactus is technically consuming everything, so all of life is still alive. It's just in Galactus, so it doesn't really bother us because everything is in Galactus now. So it doesn't what's the difference if you live in a condo or a house?
A galaxy Galactus. I respect it.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, and
Very nice.
very nice, yeah. And pretty much he's like, I judge your cause to be inconsequential. My role is to maintain the balance of good and evil. And there's technically, not magic and science. And he's like, to our purpose, we act accordingly. However, it matters not the vessel in which contained, whether it's in a galaxy or a cosmic organism such as Galactus. Like, please, you gotta listen to me. Meanwhile, the villain from the beginning that I mentioned, that Zolaz, is hearing at court. Is getting his hearing at court for pretty much like fucking the world up. Here's the all right, addicts. I'll give you, counting Zolas here. I'll give you my I'll give you $1. I'll give you $1 here. You can name all of these characters, all four of these characters.
Oh yeah, no chance.
No chance? Can you at least name these two?
Nope.
All right. Here's Odin, Reed Richards. This is um the champion, I think his name is. He's from the Shi'ar, and then this is the Supreme Intelligence from the Kree. Yeah. And here's Galactus, right? It's like, oh, the irony, for the first time, Galactus no longer hungers. He's in total equilibrium. But, um, you know, unlike all else, we are at the mercy of the ultimate Galactus, and I have to gamble on this one last play. It's like, I thank you for coming. Never has there been a greater or more crucial um, convocation of mystics and thaumaturges. I'm assuming that means like magic users and demons. Addicts. All right, I have another one. Can you name?
Okay.
Can you name? Can you name these characters? If you can name these characters, I'll I don't know. I'll give you my YouTube channel.
No chance.
No chance.
I mean,
Um,
like I can name like Moon Knight. Looks
that's not
like,
anything. I knew it too, bro. That's not Moon Knight. Uh,
and like I mean, obviously Wanda.
yeah. You know who this is?
Yeah, Wanda, right?
No, no,
Scarlet
this is
Witch.
Wanda. This is who the blonde one is. The blonde chick next to Wanda. You know who this is?
Uh, mm-mm.
All right, this is Magic. Ilyana Rasputin, sister of Colossus, brother Voodoo, Damian Hellstrom. This is one dude from Alpha Flight whose name I forget, and I'm pretty sure this is his daughter, but I might be wrong about that. Um, I don't know anybody else from this. I'm not gonna lie. This is some dude that looks like he's from South America. I'm not gonna lie. Like, no, I have no idea who any of these people are. Like, I know this is the student that was mentioned before. Like, this guy looks familiar, but I don't know who one, two, three, or four are. I know like these guys. They look familiar. But yeah. Anyway, they're like, we've got to fight on. We've got to make sure we take on Dormammu Lactus or Galactmamu, and it's like so we won't wait. We will not waver, and it's like we cannot. There's a path to victory here, but I admit I was hoping it would be a greater number. And it's like, how about these guys? All right, addicts, one last one. Can you name all of these characters for my YouTube channel?
Well, Master Chief,
Yeah, yeah, Master Chief. Gotcha.
Silver Surfer,
The Silver Surfer.
Thanos,
Where's the fuck is Thanos? This guy? That's supposed to be Thanos? Okay, keep going, keep going. I want to see.
uh, Human Torch,
Human Torch, gotcha. One of these guys, yeah.
the Falcon,
Out of the Falcon, I'm assuming it's this guy.
uh,
You know who this is?
Moth Monster Man.
Moth Monster Man. Interesting. I have no idea where that is, but you know who this is? You have to know who this is, bro.
I mean, I know who Hulk is,
Yeah,
but
okay, thank God. It's like, bro, if you didn't know who that was, I might have had to like fire you live on Marvel Buddies. Do you know who like these two are?
isn't one of them Valkyrie up
Yep,
there?
this is Valkyrie. Do you know who this is? This is another
Uh,
famous Avengers character.
she, I, I don't know.
Nova. This is Super Skrull. I'm pretty sure this is
My
Psylocke.
my brain. Who is the girl in the top right with like the helmet, like the green helmet?
This one? Yeah, bro. Fuck am I supposed to know? I can't even see her face. I have no idea. Um,
Not. Yeah, that one. That one.
this one up here, I have no idea, dude.
It's like that helmet like looks so familiar to me, but
It
like
really does. It looks like a Kree character, cause I like the uniform here kind of reminds me of it. Like, cause it has like
it
that.
just more reminds me of like, oh, I know who I'm thinking of.
Achilles?
I'm thinking of Bo Katan,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
the
From the
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, yeah, similar helmet style. Um, this back here looks like Colossus, but it's not. I guarantee it's not.
That one person is just blatantly
This
Master
is this
Chief.
one's Master Chief right here, bro. Like, John 117 at ready to fight, bro. This is Black Bolt of the Inhumans. This is the champion guy. So I think that's his name. Is it like the champion or something? The champion Marvel? No, Shi'ar guy. I forgot his name. The I can't spell triangle dude. Gladiator. That's his name. Gladiator. He's a very like famous X-Men Shi'ar kind of character. Um, if you remember, he was the guy that I know a lot of people might get this from the 90s cartoon. This is like a really terrible like image, but um, Gladiator was the one that held when Cyclops' dad was was in like Shi'ar prison. He was captured by the Gladiator. Yeah, this guy, Gladiator. It's like terrible. I'm gonna move this guy. Yeah, Gladiator. Um, but anyway, Just know that this is basically like another version of Marvel's Superman, because he can fly, he's super strong, and shoots laser beams. Close enough.
Alrighty then.
Anyway, he's like, all right, well, with this kind of power, we're sure to win. And then here's Nightmare immediately losing. He's like, it's all come to nothing. And he's like, there's only dreams, no more nightmares, no more nightmares. And then they all get together to fight Galactamu. And Doctor Strange is like, I gotta pull back. I can't fight with them if my plan is to work. And Umar here is like, our leader is abandoning us. And he's like, no, no, he's getting reinforcements. We gotta keep fighting. And everyone just slowly starts getting like annihilated and
Eaten.
eaten by Galactus, bro. And then this guy comes in. I forgot his name, but it's like some big dude. Oh, Satanish, the king of Hell Lords. He's got two mouths and two faces. And yeah, they like clash pretty much. But at the end of the day, no use. Dude gets annihilated. He's like, no, no, please spare me and I'll serve you. And he's like, you have served me. You were delicious. Yep, pretty much. Yummy, yummy. And then everyone's like, oh no, the Satanish is gone. His might added to that of Galactus. That's it. It's over. He's like, no, Steven, wherever you are, you gotta hurry. You're our last hope. And here's everyone, literally everyone and their mom that's any at all related to anything mystical that's happened to Doctor Strange, taking on Galactus. I just thought this was funny. He's like, get him, smash him, annihilate him. Pretty cool. Anyway, Doctor Strange returns. Like, sorry, it took so long. There's chaos everywhere, all over the universe. And he's like, it's like, how many lives lost? It's like a painful amount. He's like, half my troops are gone. I'm sorry. He's like, right now, regrets are a luxury. We have to focus on the next stage of the battle. And Steven isn't telling them because he knows that he has a plan, but he just can't tell them what his plan is. It's like, as the result of Galactus' now limitless influence, thanks to him, there's no boundaries that remain. The robotic, mindless ones rampaging through the dark dimension. Man-made structures are collapsing. As Galactus grows, reality becomes increasingly unstable. Here's Hulk getting clapped by freaking Galactus, and then here's the Silver Surfer is like, I beg you, as your previous Herald, this is nothing like the man I knew. You're the Galactus I know. And then Galactus cuts him off. He's like, it's God, and blasts him and freaking kills him. The Surfer falls.
I don't see how he's really much different, to be honest.
Well, he's got magic now. That's what makes him different. He's got the
I mean,
dark
yeah,
dimension in him.
but he's still just like,
Killing
nom
everything.
nom
Yeah,
nom.
pretty much. Um, I don't really understand how you can make someone of his caliber even more powerful. The only other thing that they did was make him absorb like everyone else's powers. But he's still just like, infinity times one is still infinity. Infinity times two is still infinity. So, like, doesn't really matter.
Infinity plus one.
Infinity and one. Anyway, here's Black Bolt, who's like, I'm gonna come up and fight him. Not with my fist though, with my voice. And he yells at him. And
My dick.
Yeah. Is that what you're gonna use to fight Galactus? I would love to see that. Oh god, I'd love to see how Galactus wipes that off, wipes you with like off the face of this earth. My massive wang. Poof. Gone. Galactus wouldn't even stagger like this, bro. Look at him. He's like leaning back from the voice. Yep, pretty much. That's how Black Bolt sounds. And everyone's like, "Oh, he's doing it." He's like, "We got to get ready to throw everything at him." And he's like, "No, no." And Galactus grabs him and snaps him and absorbs him and crushes him and throws his soul into the abyss. And it's like everyone's feeling it. The Supreme Intelligence is fighting amnesia. The Watchers go blind. The Skrulls begin their end time rituals. The other world is infested with technology. In case anyone wants to know, the other world is the realm of like Morgan Le Fay, and machines breathe their last, and then the
Again.
thundercrack of the irresistible force meeting an immovable object rattles. The Gladiator of the Shi'ar Empire, perhaps the most formidable mortal Galactus has ever faced. Um, and then here's him doing his Superman stuff, and Galactus fucking annihilates him. Gone. Absorbed. It's not enough. Everyone is stunned. Oh no, there's no hope, and then they charge. They do like a suicide charge here. It's like for the Gladiator, and then they all get wiped. It's like all my little pawns in Civ. Like whenever I have to fight like a tank, and I still have like spearmen. It's like this is them rushing to like so I can make a tank myself. It's like the play. Like you guys all died, and I need the money to afford. I need to kill you off so I can afford a new tank. It's like they're gone. I can't afford to pay spearmen, so you have to die for me so I can get this tank going in. And Steven, they're being slaughtered. We have to step in. He's like, we can't. It's like, this is the secret I've been holding. Our only prayer of success is if we lose. I've told no one. I need everyone to fight their hardest and be defeated. Their energy's absorbed. Listen to Galactus. He's ranting, unable to contain himself. That's the sign. He's approaching the, for a lack of better term, critical mass. And here's everyone, literally everyone and their mom dying, except for this guy,
In
because
order to save the universe, I need everyone in the universe to die.
exactly. That's how you.
Then
That's how you win.
you can't destroy the universe
If
if
there's
there
no one
is no
there.
universe.
Exact. Right there, bro. That's some big brain plays. All it took was the sacrifice of everything and everyone we knew, and I have a chance to restore all of reality now. Here's Magic dying, R.I.P. Great, one of my favorite X-Men characters. One blow
All
with
right,
all.
Clamp, get up there.
Yep, pretty much. One
It's,
blow.
it's your turn.
It's your turn now. Gotta die now. Gotta die for the cause. One blow with my Eldritch energy behind it at the precise right instant. It should split Galactus open, releasing everything he's consumed. She's like, give your magic to me so that if it fails, and here's Umar being consumed. He's like, if it fails, nothing matters. It's up to me. I've got to do it. And Galactus is like yelling at him, I am Galactus. I am all there is. Doctor Strange, with that magic mace, comes up and slaps him for the win. And there's nothing. Nothing. What have I done? And here is Eternity coming to question him. He's like, do you think yourself a god, Stephen Strange? And he's like, of course not. He's like, no, then thanks to your actions, you are all that is. Does that but not by definition make you a god? You, I, and one other remain outside this collapsed universe. And he's like, collapse? Yep, reduced to a singularity, existing exactly as it did the instant of birth, prepared if necessary to become something new. And he's like, they're there before you, as you perceived it, tiny and fragile and frozen. Why? And why do you stand outside of it? I am but the embodiment of the universe, universal sentence. Thus, in this moment, I know no more than you do. It's like Mephisto's doing this, and he's calling in his debt. I gotta go see him. The second I crashed into him, I was supposed to, expel all of that, and Mephisto instead imploded the process, drawing it into him. That has to be it. It's like I survived because I wasn't there. And he's like there was nowhere else but there. He's like in our reality, no, but there is another tangential to ours, but not of it. Hell. And pretty much he's like, when my mates shattered, so did Galactus's physical integral form. Before I could witness the result, I felt myself, wrenched from chaos, and before a very angry Mephisto. And Mephisto's yelling at him, what have you done? Your efforts have destroyed everything upon which I depend. What good is my kingdom without a steady supply of fresh souls? Believe me, Stephen Strange, I have no incoming souls left but yours. Then woe betide for me that you've cost me. Unless, and he's like scheming now. He's like, you consider yourself a surgeon, huh? And he's like, what remains of the universe is tightly wound, massive circumstance and predestination. You are given a chance to use your magic to repair, to heal what you have shattered. Would you make of it? And he's like, absolutely. He's like, then you know what you must do. And pretty much Doctor Strange comes in and he's like, I'm going to do surgery on the universe. And that's exactly what he does. He's like flanked by cosmic observers. I begin the procedure, reconstructive surgery on existence, on all of existence. And he's like, here outside time, I'm allowed days, weeks, and years to restore the universe's most amazing achievements of life, of birth, of intelligence, of civilization, of spirit. Um, Yeah. So these are, in case anyone wants to know, dinosaurs, the Celestials, some Roman dude. I'm pretty sure this is Billy the Kid, who I'm pretty sure is a Marvel character. If I'm not mistaken, Billy the Kid from Marvel. Marvel.
Billy.
Uh, this I think is, I don't know who that is. He's probably this guy, I think. Or Kid Colt. I don't know. He was like one of those like whatever characters. Captain America, you know. And he's like, I also have to bring back all of the like worst of it, every failure, every loss of life, every dictator, genocidal maniac, depraved madman, and Kang and Dormammu as well. The greatest temptation is to improve reality. Arrives as I'm forced to relive my own life, my success, my arrogance, my tragedy, my fall, my redemption. Thus, I relive my innumerable battles with Mordo, Dormammu, Death itself, Tibor, Shumagarath, the Dweller of Darkness. I'm pretty sure this is Kython, unless the Dweller of Darkness is a different character that I've not yet met. It looks like Kython. Anyway, um, pretty much is like before 4 days before the end, as happened the first time Zolaz his race threatened Galactus, and with the intent of coercing me into surrendering the secrets of the World Eater, and inspired by the Silver Surfer, I know what must be done. I sense Zolaz approaching, and as we prepared to relive our battle, I cut the cord of history, and he goes back to the moment of the beginning of the comic where he fought Zolaz. He's like, "What is this?" He's like, "The only thing capable of containing you, um, is an immutable spell holding I've learned as I watched Dormammu cast it on me. Um, well, he cast it on me a couple hours ago. I was like, well, hours ago isn't really that accurate because I spent like not 9 million years learning magic. He's like, how dare you attempt to belittle me? You insult the warrior of Zartsatian race. Face me in combat." And he's like, "Nope, I'm good, bro." And he casts
Face
this.
me in combat.
Yeah, he's like, he's like, I'm choosing a wiser path, and he casts a spell. I cast the enchantment upon myself. Do you recognize? It thwarts deception. You are incapable of lying under the influence. Zolaz, listen to me. No one knows how to reliably repel Galactus. Each time the Earth has done so, it's been an unrepeatable phenomenon. There is but one way to evade his attack. One bargain will honor. My friend Norin Rad once entered into it. Norin chose to leave his home world forever in exchange to become Galactus's intergalactic herald. If you would save your world, you must make the same sacrifice. There's no other alternative. Pretty much, planet was being destroyed. He decided to coerce Steven into moving Galactus, and Steven did all of this happened, and so he came back to that singularity. He's like, "Tell me, are you willing to become Galactus's herald?" And this guy now becomes Galactus's herald. Zolaz, the new herald of Galactus. As it is done, balance is restored. On Earth, life is life continues as if nothing happened. Hey, addicts, I have one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man. He's always in it.
He's always in
Always go back to Spider-Man.
it.
And pretty much Doctor Strange is like, you won't remember anything except for the remaking of the universe. None of before that will be in your mind. And he's like, farewell and thank you. And he's immediately transported to Dormammu's or Mephisto's dimension of hell. And he's like, where am I? And he's like, do you really think I would let you move on without honoring the commitment? He's like, I already have. I did what you asked and saved your soul. He's like, asked, Doctor, think back. I merely pointed you to a path of victory. I actually never made a request, and you technically are still in my debt. And he's like, what do you want? What? Very well. Make your damn magic wish. What will it be? And he's like, the tribunal warned you before you operated. Magic always comes at a cost. I wish to name the price, and we both know what it is. And Steven's like, no. He's like, Art, oh, your expression is priceless. I've not seen such anguish in centuries. This will be quite exquisite. I would never have expected the Lord of Hades to be so petty. The price you're asking, it means everything to me, but nothing to you. What do you think it is that Mephisto is asking of Steven?
I would say his soul, but
His soul? He's like, oh, but it does. You underestimate the precarious nature of even a piece of a
And
human
then he
soul.
says, $5 billion.
$5 million. That's what I want. Give me that money. I want money. Money. Arr. Um.
Arr, 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 arr.
He's like, even you understand the precious nature of even a piece of a human soul, Stephen, especially a soul so pure that it has saved all of reality. And he takes a piece of the soul of Doctor Strange. He's like, a deal is a deal, Doctor. Well, take so anyway. Doctor Strange returns to Clea and is like, Stephen, my love, how good to see you. To see what I owe you. And he's like, I just missed you, Clea. I've been a fool. We were so good together, and I let it go bad. I let it go bad. I regret it every day now more than ever, and I can change. You've seen that. Um, have you ever thought that perhaps, just perhaps, there might someday be another chance for us? He's like, I have. Why do you ask? And he's because I was praying that there was a different answer. And he tells her that he loves her, and then wipes her memory. He's like, Clea, and she's like, I forgive me, sir. Do I know you? You presume, do I know you? I presume you're looking for someone else. And he's like, you must excuse me. I'm quite busy. I have no time to entertain strangers. Can you come back later? And Steven's like, no. I am Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. I walk alone. That is pretty much the end of that. Um, yes, Archer, we did talk a little bit about Doctor Strange today. It was a Doctor Strange comic that we went over, um, where he becomes the Herald of Galactus. I don't know if you were here for the whole of it, but it was a very good comic. Doctor Strange fights Galactus. Clea's in it. Your one of your allies from Marvel Champions, Doctor Strange's ex-wife. Yeah, it was very nice, very nice. That's pretty much the entirety of it. That's Galactus right now. Galactus is pretty much just doing what he always does. Looks for planets and consumes. And Doctor Strange has to kind of like make sure reality is there. In case you want an update on Doctor Strange, I will give you a brief one because he is dead. That is your Doctor Strange update in current Marvel continuity. Stephen Strange has died and there is a new Doctor Strange, this female chick. If you want to, yeah, this is the latest comic. Um, uh, if I'm not mistaken, this is the latest issue of Doctor Strange. It's called The Death of Doctor Strange. I will move this over. This is the latest Doctor Strange comic, The Death of Doctor Strange. Um, where they get like a new chick. I forgot her name. This chick kind of looks like white-haired Captain Marvel. Um, yeah, it's part of the comic. Some other like reprints of it.
Well, there you go. There's new
But that's
Doctor
that's
Strange.
your Doctor Strange update and the end of Galactus. Um, yeah, I want to talk a little bit before we head off here about some of the new MCU stuff before we head out. Did you see the Thor: Love and Thunder trailer, Addicts, as well as the
Of
Doctor
course.
Strange Multiverse of Madness trailer?
I did not see the Multiverse of Madness trailer, the new one, but I have
Um,
seen Thor: Love and Thunder.
yeah, that one, the Thor: Love and Thunder being the more recent one. I don't think there was a new in like recent time a new Multiverse of Madness trailer. The last one I can remember was just the one that Patrick Stewart was in, I guess. I know they've been teasing it a lot more because it's coming out, I think, next month, sometime.
Can't wait.
Yeah, sometime in what is it like
May.
May?
Ain't it May?
Yeah, May, and then July is the drop for Thor: Love and Thunder. We got to see a little bit spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen it or wish to remain spoiler free for the movie. You can tune out now if that's something you wish. Um, I'll count you down. Five, four, three, two, one. Talking about it now. There was Jane Foster's Thor, who appeared with the broken version of Mjolnir. I can do an episode on her. Her story is quite tragic. Because she does like develop cancer, and it's her that fights this villain in Doctor Strange. It's Gore the God Butcher, and every time she goes through chemotherapy, but every time she turns into the Mighty Thor, the process of becoming Thor basically removes all toxins in the body. That includes anyone that's ever wielded Mjolnir. And so, since chemotherapy is technically a type of toxin, it removes all the chemo process that she's been through, and thus um, returning her to like basically increasing a stage of her cancer because she has no chemo to get rid of the like tumors or whatever. It's a pretty depressing story, but she is a major like Avengers character. She's in the new Secret Wars. The last Secret Wars comic to come out. Um, yeah.
Meanwhile, I like Thor just
Yeah.
getting
Thor was pretty
fit.
cool. He's not fat anymore. He was working out on those like chains. You got to see like while he was running, like MCU accurate Thor with the little wings, the helmet with the wings. Um,
You
there's an
mean
image with him,
comic
the
accurate?
comic, yeah, sorry, comic accurate. There's an image of him standing next to Korg that looks like surprisingly like it was photoshopped, like someone else was supposed to be standing there. Um, Rumors are that Beta Ray Bill is meant to show up. Could be cool. Um,
I wonder if Loki will make an
Loki might
appearance.
make an entrance. It could be interesting. I think he's still with the TVA though. It'd make more sense if Loki showed up somewhere in like Multiverse of Madness or even Ant-Man Quantumania because I know that Kang is meant to be the villain for that movie. Um, yeah, I'm pretty excited for Doctor Strange. Looks like they're combining a lot of stuff. It'd be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for Marvel Buddies this week. I'm trying to think of like any other MCU stuff that I can think of. Um, you got anything, Addicts?
Well, not really.
Yeah,
Moon
it's
Knight has been
yeah.
awesome.
Moon Knight has been great. Episode 5 drops tomorrow at 3 a.m. If you're on the East Coast. If not, if you're on like California time, it'd be midnight. Um,
Which that will be after work thing for me.
yeah, that'll be a I stay up till 3 a.m. to watch it kind of thing for me, cause I got nothing better to do. Um, but yeah, that'd be pretty much it for um the last
Marvel
for
buddies.
Marvel Buddies. Next week, I do plan on finishing there's the last bit of viewer requests. So I will put up a new. If you guys want to vote, you guys can vote on that poll. If not, I will. If I have like no other characters, I'm just gonna go into crazy detail on next week's character. I already know who it is, and I already know what I want to do if I don't get any more like viewer requests. Um, but yeah, if you guys want any specific characters, feel free to vote on that Google form. It's the first one. If you missed anything, or want to watch a previous episode, we got that the YouTube's channel there. And then if you guys want to email me anything comic related, anything, any suggestions, anything, the email is that third link. You just gonna have to copy and paste it, unfortunately, because I don't know why it's not a link. You know, doesn't h I guess take you anywhere. But that's it for Marvel Buddies. We'll see you next week. Peace out.